Hey y'all, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that everyone is doing well. I had some people show up for my last journal read, so I thought always an excuse for more content, right? So I thought I'd go ahead and do another general read with y'all today. So we have some action in this read. We have the Hunter and the River, the Siren, the Poet, the Desert, the Mentor, the Apocalypse. Ooh, there's another one. The Shadow, and the Forest. Well, I feel like there's just been some ends that have been occurring lately, right? And the apocalypse tends to lend itself to the idea of just like one thing after another thing after another thing, and you're just like, oh my God, how much more can there be? Right? And yet in all of these ends, I think just having a better understanding of like our shadow sides. It's such a huge thing that's like been in my reads these past like round of reads for, I want to say, like a month or two. But when we experience a lot of ends, one of the things that we are forced to do is really recognize who we are in all of it, right? Because even if we are playing the victim in this role, we're still actively a part of it in some way, shape, or form, right? And so it's important for us to really kind of stand back and say, okay, like, well, who am I in all of these things, and how was I behaving? And why was I behaving that way? Because I think it's the only way that you feel like you can actually make sense of something that just really does not feel like it makes sense to you, right? Just kind of like, what is happening? And yet this like what is happening is like in conjunction with this energy that's just very like rushing in. I mean, the river is the idea of like, it's kind of like FOMO, right? Like the fear of missing out. And the hunter is just pointed and focused and like, this is exactly what I want. And this is why I want it. Like when I'm on the hunt, I had this friend, we worked together in Portland, and he would hunt women. And I loved this man. Do not get me wrong. He was a beautiful South African man who had that South African, like not British accent, but not, like it's like a British South African accent, and who's gorgeous. And we spent every day together. So like we became friends. We had conversations about people we were dating and what was going on in our lives. And I went out with him a few times, and my God, that man would just prowl women, but women loved it. You know what I mean? There was just this like carnal thing to like bear witness to. And I, it was so entertaining. Right? It was amazing to watch. Because it was very different from what you would feel like is predatory, or like it was just this like this hunt that was met with this like desire to be hunted, and I feel that energy. Like this hunt. I don't know, maybe that's why this feels like it's just not making sense, because maybe you were on the hunt for something that didn't work out, and then you're just kind of like, well, why isn't it working out? But I need to really understand like what it is about this that's not working, right? I mean, I think about like, even if it's a job, right? And you're just kind of like, well, I wanted to do this because of this, this, and this, but then when I got there, like there were all of these other factors and other elements, and so like this needs to go, and I need to be back in the like on the hunt. Like with a better understanding of what I want and why I want it, and what it is exactly that I'm trying to create moving forward. Oops. Right? Because I feel like there's intention behind this hunt. And I think that there's an understanding, and there's guidance, and there's like direction. There's just something that seems to be not quite adding up. Okay. See what else we can get for y'all. Justice. Okay. The High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I mean, I feel like there's just this idea of like, why isn't it working? Why can't I get to where it is that I'm trying to go? And then moving very quickly from this, why can't I get it, to I know exactly what it is that I'm going to get and how I'm going to get it and how I'm going to turn this around. You know, like I tripped up there, but now I know which direction I need to go and why, right? Learning process. Fuck. All right, let's see what else we can get for everybody. If this video does resonate, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for spending a little bit of extra time with me today. I appreciate it. Okay. Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Strength, and the Three of Pentacles. Well, yeah, I mean, again, this end that you have to really kind of see your way through, because what the fuck? Right? You know, like, I know that I've worked on myself. I'm tired of feeling like I'm missing out on everything. Like, this is my chance to go for something new that is aligned with what it is that I'm working on, and will be able to, I feel like there's just like a sense of similar goals, right? Because the hunter, I mean, the hunter is like I have something that I'm trying to do. Wait, that's the forest. Where'd it go? Sorry. The hunter is like, you know, like, I have something that I want to do. I have something that I'm called to. Like, this is not something that can be sidetracked. You know, like, I'm pretty focused and determined on my direction and where I want to go. You know, like, so much so that I can't turn my back on that. You know, it's just kind of like there's like an ambition that says, you know, like, I can't be distracted by this nonsense. Like, I've got things to do. I've got things that I want to create. You know, like, I have a goal here. Right? And I think that that's being brought into justice because, if no other reason, you just took the time to really figure out what you wanted and why. You took the time to study and understand, to find the beauty, to find that. I mean, you know, what I love about studying poetry and literature is an opportunity to understand human experience, and in turn, the human emotion and the way that we process and where it is that we get hung up along the way, right? You know, same thing with tarot. But again, I feel like it's just this idea of whatever it is that you're wanting to do. You know, you feel like you might miss out on this opportunity, and you're just kind of like, I'm so done wasting time. You know, like, I need to go ahead and do this now. I don't know. I think, like, so I applied for this job like a week ago, and I stopped halfway through the application because I was like, I don't think that I have like the skill set that I need to do this. And then they reached out to me and they were like, you know, hi, we noticed that you started your application. We looked at your resume, you know, we'd like for you to complete it. And I was like, oh shit, well, this is why I didn't do that. And they were like, no, you just need to send over, you know, like this, and this, and then we can go from there. And I was like, oh damn, okay, you know, like, but again, it's that idea of like, if you don't even try, you don't even go, right? You don't want to miss out on an opportunity. Well, because then, you know, when I went back to do the application, like, the job had expired, and I was like, no, did I miss out? You know, I didn't. Thank God. You know, but it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, like, I know the direction that I need to take. I know that if I'm going to stop recreating scenarios, then I need to stop recreating these scenarios. I already know what these scenarios will bring, right? And I feel like there's just this idea of going through these scenarios time after time and feeling like, why am I stuck in this cycle? And why does this, you know, but it's like, you're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Like stop doing the same thing. And then maybe you see different results, right? Duh. Me to myself, always. You know, but anyways, it's positive. Whatever this change is for you, I feel like it's something that is offering you an opportunity to create in a way that you have been prevented from creating before. You know, something that maybe you felt like, well, I don't know if that's really something that I would even, you know, like, I don't know, would even be any good at it. You know what I mean? But you never know until you try. And if you stay in the same energy, it's the same energy no matter where you go. So you have to change the energy up entirely, right? And I feel like you're changing the energy up entirely because you just like, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, and you know that it's not an opportunity that presents itself every day. And so you're gonna go for it because why wouldn't you, right? All right, well, I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.